Let me start over. It's your boy, Coach Book. I'm sorry, man. I had my mic muted. I was muted out that time, but it's your boy, Coach Booker, in the building once again, man. We got another banger. We have another banger, man, about to go down, man. Hey, listen, man. First of all, like always, man, I'd like to thank everybody for sharing, continue to follow us, continue to like our content, man. Continue to give us suggestions on things that we should go over, things that we should talk about. Hey, man, we take advice from the viewers, man, and we appreciate you guys, 100%, 100%. We appreciate you and thank you guys for listening in, man. I'm your boy, Coach Booker, man. Once again, man. Hey, listen, man. First thing I want to do is I want to give a shout out, man. Right here at in Charlotte, we had a we had a banging CMS middle school basketball Sweet 16, man. Came down to the final eight. Ultimately, I think we covered the final four, but them final two in the girls and them final two in the boys, it went down last week, man. Ridge Road, we're going to start with the girls. We're just going to do a quick recap with the girls. I think it was Ridge Road and Bailey. Congratulations to both teams, both middle school basketball teams. Ridge Road girls and Bailey, man, they went down, man, point for point, man. These girls, man, battled, man. Some of the top middle school girls, man, I've seen go at it, man. The middle school, I'm telling you, the middle school girls basketball went crazy, bro, for real. And congratulations, though. First time champions in the middle school girls. Ridge Road, man. Congratulations to Ridge Road, man. Coach Hughes, you are a dog on that sideline. You did a hell of a job coaching those girls up. You did a heck of a job. I think you and Bailey might have split during the season. You guys might have split. They beat you, you beat them, but you beat them when it counted. They put up a good fight. Bailey put up a good fight. I'm not sure. I think they lost. Yeah, they lost one game just to Ridge Road. But Bailey, great season. But congratulations once again to Coach Hughes, man. She's been. I've been watching. We've been watching her for the last couple of years. One year I think she was assistant last year, and then now it looks like she done stepped up to be the head coach. And man, what a job she's done with those girls, man. Once again, congratulations, Ridge Road. You are the 2026 girls middle school basketball champions. Great job. Once again, Coach Hughes. Went down, it went down in the boys too. Went, it went down in the boys, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Kennedy Middle School, first time in the tournament. First time, first time getting in the tournament. Great job by Kennedy, man. They ball out over there in the division with some dogs, with some dog basketball teams over there, and they fought their way all the way through, man. Knocked off JMA, the defending champs, knocked them off, and they did it pretty handily. I mean, JMA made a run. They made a game out of it, but ultimately, yeah, yeah. Kennedy balled out and made it to the finals. And yet, once again, Ranson, man. Them boys from Ranson, man. Them boys from Ranson, man, they faced Ranson and they made some runs. First half, they made it look good. Kennedy and Ranson went at it in the first half. But ultimately, man, Ranson just, yeah, they got that boy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you know who that boy is, yeah, hey, W's in the chat, man. If you know who that boy is, W's in the chat, man. And we can call his name together. They call that boy Junior. That's it. That's all you got to say. If you don't know his name, just look it up, man. Just ask somebody. Who's Junior? If you don't know Junior, man, you just ain't following middle school sports this year. Period. If you don't know who Junior is, it's Junior, my man, Junior. DeVar's Hill, man. I had to say your name, but not really, man. I think everybody kind of knows by now who that boy is. Who he's him. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's him. DeVar's Hill. He's him. One of the most decorated athletes I've seen in a long time at that age into sports. I don't know what sports he's playing now since he just finished his basketball season. I'm not sure if the kid runs track. I'm not sure if he plays baseball. Whatever he does, man, he's him. And congratulations to Ridge. I apologize. Congratulations to Ranson, the Ranson Raiders, Coach Meekins. Coach Meekins, you're a dog. Coach Meekins is a dog, man. He's a very poised coach, man. Coach Meekins, hey man, Coach Meekins is very poised, man. He's very got a real high IQ. He don't really raise his voice a lot, man. I think he's just a silent motivator. He's a silent killer, man. And Coach Meekins, man, congratulations to you, man. You won the football championship and you have won the basketball championship as well. To me, in my eyes, you're the coach of the year. Period. I mean, you're the coach of the year in my eye. I mean, hands down. I gotta give it to you, bro. You're a dog, man, out there, man, and give it up for Coach Meekins, man, and his boys, man, and Ransom Raiders, man. I gotta give it up to that program over there. Coach Meekins is running the program. Not only is he the head coach for the football team, head coach for the basketball team, and he's the athletic director that's kind of facilitating all the sports over there, man. So listen, man, I don't know. I don't know how they get paid over there, in CMS. Not my business. I don't do CMS. I would only think that they would see the value of what somebody does over there. And I'm pretty sure Coach Meekins, I think he's an educator as well. That guy deserves a raise. Bottom line, I don't know who pushes that button, but Coach Meekins deserves a raise. If not, Coach Meekins, there's some more jobs out there, baby boy. And I ain't telling you to leave the program. And if you did, you would leave it in really good hands. You'll leave it in good shape. I don't know who hands you will leave it in, but you will leave it in good shape. But there's some high school jobs out there if you desire to do that. But right now, man, you are the face of Ranson. And as it relates to athletics, and you've done a hell of a job over there. So shout out to you, man. I'll give you the flowers. Hey, man. Hey, call it like I see it, man. Brothers gotta give each other flowers, man. And you've done a heck of a job, man. I'm proud of you. So yeah, man. So it went down. Middle school and track is here. We don't know who's gonna win track. It's gonna be very competitive. They are gonna have track championships now. They're gonna have baseball championships now. They're gonna have soccer. Yeah, they're gonna have soccer championships as well. So shout out to CMS, man, for partnering up with BTO Sports, and for being able to put together all these championships, man. It is great for Mecklenburg County to recognize our student athletes as champions. And I want to talk about one thing since we're on that topic, man. I put a On the Line Sports Media and our media crew put out a question online. I wish I could bring that up, and I might be able to bring it up at some point in our commentary. I'm pretty sure we are expecting. I am expecting a couple of people to join me. Give me 1 second. As a matter of fact, let me make sure I have got to send this out. I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. But either way, we we'll pose a question out there that is it possible for CMS to potentially, or middle school to potentially have a State championship. Can it happen? Is it possible? Can North Carolina have a middle school championship? State championship. We got a lot of reviews on that. As a matter of fact, as soon as I do this, guys, I'm gonna. Okay, we're good. All right, cool. I'm back. All right, sorry about that. All right, so we oppose the question to ask could we do a middle school championship? Could we do a middle school state championship? Is it possible? Is it possible? I would say, you know, yes. Why not? Why not us? Why not Mecklenburg County, Union County, Gaston County, Guilford County, all the surrounding counties, whatever. I don't know all the counties. However, I do think that on a small scale, we could start it out on a small scale. This is just my opinion, right? Everybody, we had a lot of people say, she said, some guys said it's a waste of money. You had some people say logistically, they don't think that we could, it'd be a logistic nightmare. Some people say that we just don't have the financial means to we just don't have the financial means to get it done. The middle schools don't. I say this: BTO sports have taken on. We have outsourced our sports program championships to BTO sports already. Right? We've done that. BTO sports. They're sponsored. They partnered up with us, and they pretty much run all the championships now. So that's outsourced. So not a lot of cost to CMS at all. Because BTO Sports is taking on the expenses that it takes to run the championships. No expense to CMS. It may be a small expense, but not a lot. So let's just say, for instance, we do a a state championship, and let's just say we just take on the champions. Let's use Ranson, since I think they're the basically team of the year. So what? So far, athletic program of the year so far in middle school here in Charlotte. Let's just say that we take Ranson. So Ranson wins the middle school championship in football. So we'll take that champion. We'll take the champion from Union County, if in fact, these are just hypothetically, if Union County had a football champion, if Gaston County had a football champion, it's if Guilford County had a champion, so on and so forth. Every county that would be willing to participate just took that one team and decided they wanted to put them in for a championship. Right? We want to go. We want to put them in a tournament for a state championship, and let's just say it ends up being 8 counties. This is it's kind of a soft start to a state championship, but a small, but just a smaller version of a state championship. And let's just say we do that, right? So we got an 8 team state championship tournament for the first year. We know it's not all the counties. We know it's not. It wouldn't be 100% a true state champion, but it would be a start to having a state championship tournament. All you need is that one team that wins in every county, right? And then we outsource a. I know a company right now, or a sports outlet right now that would take on the expense of doing it and organizing it, paying for it, and all of that, as long as they get the proceeds. And I don't think they care too much about the proceeds. I think they really just want to do the tournament, right? Just so we can start, something a little bit more innovative, something a little bit more exciting as we continue to, as middle school continues to trend upward. So we have an 8 team tournament, an 8 county tournament. It might be 10 teams, and we just have it over a 2 days. Maybe that Saturday and that Sunday you have your championship. That's it. It's just a tournament, and you determine who the state championship is. Might be somebody out of Union County, might be somebody out of Guilford, might be somebody out of Gaston, might be our very own Mecklenburg County, and we do it right here in Charlotte. Doable. Think about it. It's I think all it takes is a conversation amongst different ads, and head coaches, and I think it's doable. Yeah, maybe next year I would rather see a state championship, a version of a state middle school state championship versus an all-star middle school, because everybody always run to have these all-star middle school games. What about just having a state championship tournament instead of all stars, and we can pick out all stars from there? Because certainly you're gonna out there. Another thing, since we're on middle school, and I got a couple. I got my guy coach. He's coming on, man. He's getting acclimated, man. He been. I think he's been lifting weights, man. He got his legs out. Yeah,
Go ahead.
so
Here we go.
yeah, he got his legs out. He probably been squatting or something. He got them good and greased down too. So everybody get ready. If you're watching, I mean, he's not available. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if you're
Hey
watching,
man, listen, that's that body butter, bro. That's
that body butter, get your body butter by Philando. Hey,
sir.
yeah. So, hey, one thing I want to do, man. One of my middle school kids, man. I want to give him a shout out, man. Shout out to my boy Nakis Williams, man. Hey, man, listen. This kid played for us, played for JMA, man. He played defensive tackle. He played edge, and he played edge on defense. He played defensive tackle, and he's a freaking nightmare, man. Number 11. I don't know if you guys remember him. And this guy's a nightmare, man. He's an offensive lineman nightmare. But not only that, man. This kid, he has speed. He has size. Right now, I think he's about 6'1" right now, and he has a big afro. So I'm gonna say 6'2", 6'3", because all the hair. Yeah, but this guy's a fierce leader. He has great work ethics. He's a quiet leader, man. But more than anything, man, this kid is basically a two-way player, man. Because at offensive tackle, I don't think everybody talk about Ashton Jones, my quarterback, the quarterback from JMA last year, who didn't render a lot of sacks at all. Didn't have a lot of sacks at all. How did Ashton Jones? How was he able to stand back there and deliver that ball and run the offense like he did? It's because of guys like Nakis Williams, man, offensive tackle, man. I'm telling you, when the kid get his hands on you, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna touch his quarterback. His work ethic is crazy. His hands are. He got fast hands. He got strong hands, and his footwork is crazy. His footwork so crazy that the kid played. This kid played 7-on-7 with us as an offensive tackle and played in the middle. Kind of puts you in the mind of, I don't know if you guys know this name or not. He played on my state championship team in youth football. What was your boy name to play for Providence? David Sanders.
Yeah, Sanders.
Dave Sanders went to University of Tennessee. Shout out to Big Dave. He's doing his thing. You know, he clocked in.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So this kid kind of, hey, listen, if you're out there, if you're listening, Coach Vereen, North Met coaching staff, we sending you a dog. Now, Keith Williams, offensive tackle on edge. He's a dog. So I'm pretty sure, and we're hoping that he just goes right there to North Met. But I'm telling you, keep your eyes on him. He's going to be a ninth grader, and he is going to push somebody that's in the lineup on that varsity team, not JV. Just want to give him a shout out to my boy, aka Nike. Hey man, I can't wait to see you ball. That's what we call him, Nike.
Man, but people gotta stop sleeping on those linemen, man. Like,
yeah, bro.
Nothing gets done without those linemen. So, like, and they make a lot of money.
Oh man,
a lot of money. They protect the franchise.
Yes, sir.
They protect the line. They protect the quarterback. And my son plays on the line, so I'm all for it, man. That is a tough position, bro.
Man.
That's a tough position. You gotta be. And the crazy thing is, if you go look at the makeup of a lot of head coaches, they're generally offensive linemen.
Yeah.
because they are an extension of the quarterback. They see shit the quarterback doesn't see.
Hey man, not the most glorified position.
Nah.
They don't score the touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
But they make the touchdowns happen.
If you're not listen, you're not getting anything off it without protection.
Nah, it ain't happening.
Yeah, I listen, man. And the crazy thing is, and I'm glad you brought this up. Stop pushing these guys to skill spots. If they're a skill guy, they'll get there. But here's the bottom line: is when they're young, let them learn football in as many positions as possible, and they're going to end up where they need to be and where they're supposed to be
at the end of the day. I think the lineman is a skill spot too.
It's definitely a skill spot. It's a big skill.
Right. You got to have a skill. Like you got to have a skill. So what? Linemen can't play receiver, but guess what? Receivers don't have a skill set to play linemen.
Receivers definitely can't play line. They can do what receivers do before a receiver can do what they do. Let's put it that way.
So there's a.
In fact, you see it all the time down the goal line. You see those linemen lining up as an eligible pass.
There you go.
But you don't see no receivers getting in there blocking no DNs.
Absolutely not.
D tackles.
I don't know now. I got receivers will clock a defensive end, but they can't line up as an offensive tackle and do what offensive tackles and guards do.
They ain't taking on no tackles with nose guards.
Can't do it. It ain't happening.
So yeah, man. So
if you ask me, like you said, your son's a lineman.
My son's a lineman.
You gotta have a skill set,
and he got some feet on him too, boy. He gonna pull and.
And guess what? Them boys don't have to worry about is not going to McDonald's. Though.
Yeah, they can eat all they want.
They can smash that.
Hey, he get pancake and syrup.
Hey, we still we still like them linemen to be healthy, eat healthy, have a conscience.
And them girls like them too. Don't sleep on them.
There you go.
Boys. Don't sleep on them.
Nope. Hey man, you can't sleep on the bed.
What Tamika Gray say? Get them linemen some love. She got a big 6 foot, probably 4 lineman. The guy McClintock played D line and O line.
There you go.
Yeah. Show us some love. We
give it up to the offensive line.
Big dog Landry.
Talking about they don't have a skill. They're not skilled players. I beg to differ.
They got a different skill set. That's all.
They got a different skill set. So yeah, I love it, man. And while we talking, man, listen, man. When you get these guys, you gotta hold on to them, man.
Right.
You gotta hold on to these athletes that you're getting, man. We're talking about athletes transitioning from middle school to high school, man. They finally, right now in today's current climate of recruiting, man. When you get these guys, when you get these middle school guys, don't take them for granted, man. They coming into your school in the 9th grade.
Right.
You got them, coach. These are your guys. These 9th graders that step onto your campus. These are your guys, right? What do you do to retain these guys, right? And I think that's the biggest issue right now in sports, period. But we're talking about, let's just talk about let's just talk about what we're talking about right now. We can expand this conversation all the way out to college football and all of that. But right now, how in the heck do you retain these guys?
Well, there's two things. The first thing is, obviously, we all know what that, winning, right? But if you're not winning, you damn sure better be developing kids.
Right.
Right. That's the bottom line. People want to play where winners go. Like let's look at what's happening right now. Everybody wants to play for Huff. They won the state championship. And so be it. But you better be developing these players, bro. Like it is what it is. Like, that's the society we're in. We're in a win now society, right? Like
absolutely
all the way because money's entered the equation. No one's handing out free checks. If you're not winning, you're up out of there. If you're not producing as a player, you're up out of there. So and somebody's definitely willing in the blocks to take your spot. So it's like, but the bottom line is, man, if you got to develop these guys, if you're not developing them, what are we doing, man? You can't knock a kid for that.
I don't want to cut you off, but when you talk about development, right? So in order to be able to develop these athletes, right, you gotta be staffed up.
Facts.
Right? You gotta get some qualified guys, and that's another conversation we want to talk about tonight as well. But you gotta be staffed up because what I am noticing that some of these staffs, high school staffs, they don't have every position coach on staff. So I'm sorry, I just wanted to.
I'm in a high school situation. Like, let's just face it, man.
How hard is that?
Well, I mean, think about it. A lot of these guys, let's say, let's keep it real. 90% of the staff's volunteers. So you're asking a guy to come out, 4 days a week, 5 days for games, and Saturdays for meetings, and sometimes Sundays. So you're asking him to commit,
Huge commitment.
4 to 6 days a week to you, and he's not getting paid. So I mean, that's a tough part. You got,
Well,
I mean, that's little. Let's think about it. Let's think about you. If you're a family, if you're a young kid that's trying to get in the coaching game,
there you
you're
go.
gonna do what you gotta do. You gotta go through the range. You're gonna do the grunt work.
Right.
If you're a married family man and you got your family at home, and it's hard to get these guys out there for free.
Hey man, listen, man. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just you gotta love the game.
You got a lot of
If
game.
you love the game and you care and you want to see these kids, make it to the next level, and you have a desire to see this thing happen, you gotta love this shit, bro.
Absolutely, you
Period.
gotta love it. But at the same time, we got to be realistic.
Yeah, I get
People
it.
have livelihoods. People have families, and not everybody's willing to volunteer their services.
Give me
Right.
something though.
So I think that's what it is.
Hey, CMS, pay these boys.
You gotta pay them, man. And then I think some of the teams try to take care of the coaches, that bring out their services to the best of their ability, and that's come through fundraising efforts and all those different things. But at the end of the day, man, if you love the game and you love developing kids, just like it's not work for me. Like it's not work if that's what we love to do. So, but I mean, the bottom line is you got to open that checkbook up if you want to get the best help.
Give me an ideal coaching staff as it relates to some of the key guys that you got to have these guys on your staff.
Well, you got to have. I mean, let's the key component. You got to have a strength coach. You got to.
You would say that first.
I mean, that's what it bounds down to. We're just a Warriors game.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing you, the strength and conditioning coach from Butler High School.
Absolutely. So, shout out to my guy, Coach Little John, man, officially marked as the Butler High School football coach, man, that new head coach over at Butler. Ironically, man, his dad was my middle school football coach at Cochran.
Long time waiting. Yeah, give it up. Let me find my clap meter.
Yeah, he deserved that, man. Clap it up. I'll give him claps, man.
My stuff.
But so let's just break it down, man. You gotta have that staff. You gotta have obviously the head coach. You gotta have an OC. You gotta have a DC. You gotta have a line coach, O line coach, D line coach. Quality guys, man. Because as we go up the ladder, this game gets a little more complicated. The schemes get a little more complicated, and a lot of the good schools have their luxury of having some of their former players come back and give back to the program.
So like GAs, graduate assistants type.
Essentially, in no paid terms, but in certain terms, yeah, absolutely. So you got to have some people that's willing to give back to the program, essentially. So I think that's a key. But I mean, just like any other level, you got to have the position coaches that quality guys, and you can't be hiring your homeboys. If they don't know football.
Hey man,
you're doing a disservice to the kid.
Yeah, no, man, you hit the nail on the head. You answered, those questions, man. Some of those, because I think a lot of these guys go into the season, man. I'm just saying, I ain't calling no names about no staffs, but a lot of these guys are just not staffed up. They don't have the quarterback coaches. They don't have the receiver coaches. And like you said, maybe not getting paid, but they don't have the receiver coach. They don't have true. You don't see too many not have true O-line coaches.
They have them.
They typically have some key components, but I think they start lacking as it relates to receiver coaches.
You talking about specific skills?
I'm talking about skill specific guys. Yeah. I'm talking about guys like that, man.
Right.
That you gotta have these guys on your staff, bro. You got to have these guys on staff because, and the reason why I bring this point up because we talked about those incoming ninth graders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say they haven't been in a middle school program that has really helped develop them from a skill set standpoint, but they can play. They have the work ethic.
Right.
They have good. They're very coachable kids, but maybe just hasn't come from a program. So that focus and dial in on their skill set.
Right.
Right. So it's it's important to me for these guys coming in the ninth grade to be able to get introduced to, some guys that some coaches that focuses on, their skill set specifically, their position specific position. Yeah.
Well, you got to think about this too, and like, let's just be real about it. A lot of these middle school coaches don't have, or teams don't have the staff. So
Mm-mm.
basically, when you get these kids in ninth grade, you're just getting a mold, a lump of clay that you got. A lot of these kids just don't understand certain concepts, right? So as it relates to high school football,
Yeah.
so it's like, and no slight of them, like, but they just don't have the coaches that are qualified in some cases. Like, they get coaches where they can get them. Some of these guys are just teachers, cosplaying as coaches, and so on and so forth. That explains why those same 6 to 8 teams are always in the mix at the end of the season,
True.
right? So some of those teams just never see the light of day because they just don't have the quality coaching, and that's no knock on them. And I give it praise, and I give it up to any coach that volunteers his time to come out and coach these kids, spend time with these kids and try to, because I think most kids coaches, they have a little more on their agenda than just teaching them how to be football players. Like
Right.
they want to develop young men of character and
Absolutely.
productive citizens in the community. And like if you look up on the board, a lot of these kids come from single parent homes and things of that nature. So they're kind of stepping up being as role models. So, football is not the end all be all, but developing these kids' character and integrity is probably a little more important at that level. But we're talking about high school football where coaches' jobs are on the line if they don't win.
Right.
Nowadays, you got to have a quality staff. You got to have a quality staff. So in order to do that, man, you have to pay these coaches.
Hey man, you got to
Bottom
pay.
line, you got to pay them, man. I
We
don't know what we holding back, and because every time I go to a high school football game, it's packed.
right. Right.
But it's not
Yeah.
like they're not making the money. The parking lots are packed, the stadium, the concessions are going. So it's like, where's the money going?
Well, somebody, open up some whole different type of
I'm just
topics and
saying,
stuff.
like,
But yeah. Facts like you really do have to pay these guys, right? And I heard not one of our coaches decided to leave the from coaching CMS basketball. And Coach A, shout out to Coach A, hell of a coach. We had her on our podcast last
oh
week,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
and she announced today that
Oh wow,
a couple of days ago that she's out because she felt like CMS just wasn't. I'm not saying they was paying the coaches. There's some other things she had on her mind, but at the end of the day, you got to take this. Bottom line, you
you
got
gotta
to take
take
care of
care of
these
who take.
guys.
You gotta take care of who takes
You
care of
got to
you.
take care of these guys that decided to volunteer
Right,
and take their time to develop these athletes, not just athletes, student athletes, develop into good students. Give them the some other type of leadership, not just where it's not just sports, life skills, basically is what I'm
right,
saying. So you
absolutely,
got to take care of these people. Some of these coaches are truly dedicated to the game, to the
right.
sport, to the kids. So you got to take care of them. But listen, man, um, but the next the other topic we did want to talk about is
Right.
the single parent athletes, though. Single parent at student athletes, are they at a disadvantage as it relates to not having that sports mom that's really even acclimated to sports? She just know that her kid is playing sports and she doesn't know a lot about it. She doesn't really communicate a lot with the coaches, don't really know how to have the conversations,
Mm-hmm.
with the coaches. I mean, not really on top of the training, getting her kid a trainer or whatever. Is it a disadvantage for a kid to be in a single parent home with a parent that's just not in tune with sports?
I kind of think that starts kind of like grassroots level youth football. You see that a lot, and I think a lot of coaches do a good job of taking those kids under their wings and kind of showing them the ways. And you know, inevitably that they will get the mom involved and kind of guide her through the process and put her kids in an advantage situation. So I think it really starts at youth football and developing that relationship with the coaching and organizations for that matter. Because then you got the team moms, you got other moms that are involved. So kind of you
Right.
got your sisterhood that can help them the ones that aren't familiar with the process, the ones that have been there, to kind of get them on the right track, so it kind of transition into middle school. And then kind of when you get to middle school, it's a little more hands off, but I think it starts um, in youth sports and developing that, that community that's going to surround that kids, be that village for that kid and that mom, for for that matter. So I think that's, but if you don't have that and you say you're new to a city and you really don't know where to go, that can be detrimental and kind of be a disadvantage for a kid that mom doesn't know the ropes. But at the end of the day, I really think it starts at the youth football level.
Yeah, so I totally agree with that. I think it's a bigger responsibility for some of these youth guys that really may not know that a lot of sometimes these kids' future sometimes depends on you at the end because
Right.
they do have single parent. They do have a single parent mom who really is not acclimated to the sport that the kid is playing, and they kind of count on that initial leadership, especially 7, 8, 9, 10, those early years of a coach kind of guiding them and kind of helping them navigate through that early journey of you know what position that their kid might be good
Right.
at, the resources that are out there to help them become a little bit more, acclimated to the sport, like getting trainers and things like that, other mentors. So yeah, they do have that responsibility. But those coaches, those high school coaches, have to be staffed up when these ninth graders get to them. Like you said, every middle school program is not equipped with all
Proper
the
coach.
proper coaches
Right.
in every division. But I think the middle school and that's a whole nother topic. The middle school and the youth coaches, I think there's a disconnect to a point where middle school coaches sometimes feel like maybe they're smarter or they kind of undermine some of these youth football coaches. I think you I think you need to reach out to something, find
Right.
out
You got to
who are
create a
the
pipeline, man. You got to
yeah
create a
who
pipeline. Like, I don't understand where the egos come from. Honestly, like
yeah
why wouldn't you want to funnel kids? If you know these kids are you in your district, why wouldn't you want to develop a relationship with the guys that are coaching them now?
right
No, you know what you got coming, because you know we've all can attest that we've coached middle school football. You only have a short evaluation period, right, before you put the product on the field. So why not get to know the kids that are coming your way, inviting them to your games, and getting them acclimated with your culture, right?
right
And taking advantage of that, you have a feeder around you, right? Instead of thinking, because I mean, because it really doesn't get that complicated until after middle school. So you have a huge advantage over everybody else in that area. You're the program in that area. You have access to these youth football players and coaches. Take advantage of it. It's only going to make your program better. And if you're winning, say a JM Alexander or a Ranson or all these other schools that are constantly in the playoffs, those youth coaches are going to want their players to go there.
yeah
So why wouldn't you take advantage of, like, you gotta, I mean, come on, bro. That's an untapped market. Like, why wouldn't you take advantage of it? Like, you pop your head down there 2 or 3 Saturdays and show the kids that, hey, I coach over here at JM Alexander. You guys, like, why wouldn't you do that?
Coach Wash just joined the show, man. What's up, Wash?
What's going on, fellas? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, came in. Yeah,
Yes,
we can hear
sir.
you clear, very clear. You came in just in time, and we were talking about the potential disconnect, the disconnect between middle school coaches, and we've been kind of on this conversation about building staffs all the way from, basically starting at high school. Are the high schools equipped to take on what's coming into the school, the ninth graders? Do they have the skill specific coaches on their staff that can take on, these new ninth graders who may not have had all the proper coaching in the middle school, right? Are they staffed up? And then it came down to middle school, youth football coaches and middle school coaches. There seems to be a disconnect where middle school coaches might undermine youth football coaches. Youth football coaches might not be reaching out to middle schools enough. What do you think about that? I think I think there's a huge advantage to be able for middle school coaches to be connected to the youth community. And I think that the middle school coaches should be just as connected to the high school coaches. What's your take on that?
Well, when it comes to, I'm gonna speak on middle school first. Um, my kids are coming in, but I don't know where they're playing ball at. I think some of them are Powell and some are maybe like South Park. So that'll be in the for a middle school coach, unless you know your kids are coming from a certain program and you getting a lot of those kids from that program. Now, if you know you getting a lot of kids from a program, I can see kind of trying to connect with that program. But I don't think some of these coaches realize where these kids are coming from year after year.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. 1 second, I'm gonna let you keep going. I I'm just talking about me now. And a tip to some of you middle school coaches. Before we get started really big into our training, I always ask every kid on my staff
Who you play
every year, where are you playing football? Because I know a lot of them are playing football somewhere. So I always ask that question. You got to take the time to do that. So that's what I do. But go ahead.
Yeah, and like I say, South Park and a few Powell kids, I'm not getting a lot of kids that play ball. You know, like I had some kids, I thought they were Charlotte kids. I did. And they were like, no, I was moved down here from Maryland or something, Coach Washington. I thought they were Charlotte kids the whole time. And they just told me they just moved down here, maybe sixth grade. So I'm getting that situation going on. I mean, unless you just know your kids are coming from this particular program, I think middle school coaches will it's kind of hard. Like in certain areas, what's the youth program kids are playing for. But I think it's kind of hard for certain middle. I think it's kind of hard for certain middle school coaches. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of a hard thing. But when it comes to the high school, I think a high school should have a good connection with his feeder programs. I don't have a good connection with my feeder, which is Miles Park. I don't know those guys. Maybe I should take my time to reach out to them, but I'm sending them top players, but we're not getting anybody coming to check out our games. Maybe they do come and don't say anything.
Terrible. But go ahead.
That's terrible.
But I do talk to other schools. Like Philip O'Berry has called and asked us, could we, we have a field available. Would you like to move a game over there?
Send all of them to Philip O'Berry.
Absolutely.
Hardin, we played games at Hardin before.
Send them to Hardin. If Myers Park don't want to bring their ass out to the football field and find out what's going on, send the kids. Start sending the kids somewhere else.
Because I think it's
Myers Park. They got a direct feeder right next door. I think,
right.
So, that's a priority because their kids are coming right next door, which is AG. Right. But
it's kind of like you North
kids are going to Myers Park, but we don't.
I thought maybe you were the feeder, so Sedgefield.
The crazy thing is like I think it's like a demographic thing because you got organizations like I think it was Mint Hill. I think they changed their name to the Ravens. They were Mountaineers for years.
Yeah.
But all those kids then are going to go to Northeast or Mint Hill Middle or Crestdale.
Right.
And then all the other kids in that area. So it's like they're a true community-based program. Most of those kids that play there, live in those areas. My son played over there. They fed right to the schools, and I would see Coach Knox at those games, and getting himself acclimated with those kids. And so, I think it's just a matter of demographic is where you locate it, because I know most of those kids that play in that corridor end up going, and then they either go to Butler or Independence, and some may speak to Rocky River, but it's kind of like. There you go. I've been cool with you teams and my guy play for. Yeah, so you gotta. I feel like Coach Washington, as the coach, you gotta extend the hand, right? If you're saying Myers Park's not extending their hand to you, you gotta extend your hand to these middle school programs and youth programs and kind of get them acclimated with who you are and your culture of your football program. So I think it's like I think it's just a matter of, again, geographically where you located. And what the coach is willing to do to kind of help these kids take the next step.
Yeah, I agree with that, Coach. That's a good point. Yeah, we have to, like I said, earlier, man. I kind of and I kind of knew. I knew as a middle school coach that like where are these kids going? It wasn't really hard for me to know who they was
Right.
playing for because I've been in the youth game for a while. So I was, I kind of know where my kids, cause only because I got that leverage because I've been in youth football for a
Right.
long time,
Right.
and I continue to, serve in the community as a volunteer coach. So yeah, so I could see where the challenge would be, like you said, Coach Wash, where you don't really know where these kids play,
Right.
so you really don't know who, what games to go out to,
Right.
who to connect with,
Well, a lot of these
things of that nature. So I get that. However, I do, like I said, take the time to ask those kids because sometimes they're gonna be wanting to leave your practice to go to practice. So I'm saying,
There you
who
go.
you playing for?
Right.
Who you play for? Who you play for? And guess what? You football coaches, if y'all are trash, and I know you're trash, and when I'm talking about trash, I ain't talking about your record.
Trash.
I'm talking about your coaching ability.
Ooh.
And if I know you're trash,
Ooh.
I'm going to tell my kid,
Don't play there.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I want these kids. Yeah. 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 So what we doing now? Let's keep it real now.
Hey, I feel Booker. I feel
Hey,
Booker.
man, listen, hold
You
on.
ain't doing
Hey,
that.
because
Hold on.
Now, go ahead and hit on the point. Go ahead.
Here's what I would say. The landscape has changed all the way across the board.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Like think about it. Think about this. Let's just use us for example.
All right, let's go.
See that sign behind me, Betty's Four Saints.
Yes, sir.
Legendary
Let's
program,
go.
by the way.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
But what I'm saying is like when we started the Saints, right? It was zip code based.
Zip code based, yeah.
Right. So we knew these kids were coming from a certain area to come to this youth program. Right. Now you got programs that are just built up with kids from all over the city because they building all-star teams. So, and Coach Watson, perspective, I can get that because you really don't know where the kids are going to go to middle school because you don't know where he lives.
That's a true fact.
That's a true fact. So back in the day, it was a lot easier to have that relationship with your youth programs because you knew this kid lives over here. He's zoned for this school. He's going to play for me. Well, now you don't know where this kid lives because he's on 2 or 3 football teams now. Right? And then don't start talking about 707. Right? So it's like now the kids are just, and you see it.
They come from everywhere.
It's like people think it's high school. No, that shit starts in youth football.
I got kids, man. See, you don't open up the whole new. I mean, you don't want to talk. We can talk about this. We do this.
But hold on, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead.
You were saying about some of these youth coaches. Now we all be in the griddle, 704 the gridiron. I've seen coaches in there beating their chest for certain programs. But this is not current. A couple years ago, and I'm like,
they still do it.
Bro, I'm like, bro, I'm getting some of them players. I have received some of them players, like, and y'all beating y'all chest. But these kids, man, these kids coming in, man, they are not knowing what they
don't even know what a 3-point stand is.
They don't know, bro. And I'm like, y'all beating y'all chest, bro. But I'm like, man, y'all, but they winning. So
yeah, of course.
But yeah, Coach, you hit on a great point. That's why, hey, listen, that's why I said, hey man, I'm keeping it 100, bro. I talk to my kids, man. I think I got to do my due diligence all the way around. If I know a kid is out there wasting his freaking time and his body and his mom is back and forth, dad, whoever, grandmother, whoever, taking their time to continue to take this kid to a field. Hey, listen, man. Hey, look, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, and you can continue to go play for the youth football team, whoever, right? I'm telling you right now, the history says your kid is not going to be advanced if he continues. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting any advancement over in that program. And I'm gonna keep it real. And I ain't got nothing to lose, man. I'm committed to this thing, right? I'm committed to youth football, middle school football, all that, right? So they got the same opportunity to research the game and learn the game and learn more and become, you know what I mean, smarter coaches, better coaches. If you're wasting a kid on my football team, middle school football team's time, and I know it, because I'm deep in the community, bro.
I'm gonna let you know.
I'm gonna just make a high recommendation.
What you recommend?
I ain't gonna tell them not to play. I'm just gonna make a high recommendation that they search for maybe the next neighboring youth program that might be a little bit more well versed and acclimated into getting kids advanced to be able to be prepared for middle school football.
Let me ask you this, Coach. Let me ask you a question.
Let's do that. When you doing that? When you doing that? Is that wrong? Is that wrong?
No.
Somebody talk to me,
I just
though.
want to ask you a question. What qualifies a coach to be labeled trash?
Trash. Hey, listen. Coach, you want to go with that, Coach Wash? Coach Wash probably could tell you what a trash coach look like.
I just want to know. The people want to know.
I'm gonna say this, man. I've been in some. I've encountered a lot of different coaches,
Right.
Whether it be 7-on-7, whether it be 7-on-7 where you got them all around you, and you can hear. I hear better than I see. You see these glasses, so I hear, but I hear better than I see.
Right.
And you can hear the minutia.
The minutia.
You know how to throw that out.
You had to get that out.
Yeah, man. Look it up. So I had to. So you hear it, and then if they're losing, constantly losing. I'm talking about constantly. I know you get the kids that you get. You get the kids that you get. Sometimes you can't help it. But I hear it. If you're losing in 7-on-7, you come back in youth football, you're losing constantly every year in 7-on-7. You can't retain your athletes. Your athletes continue to you continue to lose them. You get if you're a middle school coach, you're losing at middle school, bruh. Come on now. Come on, dog. Coach Watch, help me out, dog. Hey man, can I get a
Can you get an amen?
Can I get an amen?
Y'all be going in and out on me. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi, but so we'll be talking about middle school coaches losing.
Hey, get off that cricket Wi-Fi.
Hey, Coach, we weren't talking about you, so all of a sudden you
no,
you going in and out on me. I promise you we wasn't talking about you. Come on, dog.
Get off that cricket Wi-Fi, Coach. Get your hot.
No, what we was talking about.
What qualifies a coach to be trash?
He asked me why did he ask me what qualifies a coach to be trash as opposed to a coach that, you know what I'm saying, what qualifies a coach as a pretty good coach?
You said trash. You said, so I want to know.
Yeah. So go ahead. Coach, you glitching, dog. You glitching, dog. Get your glitching together, boy, because you stuck right now. No, you stuck right now. Can you hear me?
Matrix.
Coach what?
He in the Matrix.
Coach, get that fixed. But anyway,
so here's my. How do they keep getting players? Like, what lies are they telling these players?
No, for real. But some of these
that's a real question.
Hey, listen, man. All I can say is this, man. To these youth guys, man, study the game, man. Get a little bit more, man, because get a little bit more acclimated to the game, man. Commit yourself, man, to these athletes, man, because I'm telling you, bro, when these athletes pull up on you, man, the expectations are they want to try to make it, bro. They want to learn the game and they want to get an opportunity to make it. They want a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Or am I in a program? Am I facing some guys that are just as committed to the game as I am when I come out? Right, like you really gotta be committed to this crap, right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta love this shit. Like, if I'm standing in front of a group of kids, man, that's just innocent kids that maybe they come from programs where they haven't learned anything, or like, dog,
you're doing a disservice to the kids.
You're doing a disservice to the kids, man. If you don't study this game, man, if I don't know everything, man, hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to surround myself around guys that's like-minded.
Absolutely.
That sit down and they study the game and they learn about the athletes and they care about the athlete himself.
Right.
And they also care about the game and I'm telling you, man, this thing is real, bro. And I don't want to set me, Coach Booker. I don't want to set these athletes. I ain't saying I'm perfect, but I want to set these guys up.
Hold on, Coach. Coach Knott said if your idea of adjustment is yelling,
hit somebody. Trash.
y'all ain't blocking.
Y'all
But I wish some of these. From my perspective, I wish these parents where I'm at would invest in their kids.
true.
Hey, but you know, okay, I'm glad you said that, Washington.
Because it's
I'm
hard,
into
man. You waiting to 7th to 8th grade, and we trying to put on training sessions over the summer, 7-on-7 and little things to get better. You don't show up to that because hey, you enjoying your summer, you on vacation.
no.
Then you show up in August, and then I had shut like last year, I shut it down. I was like,
You know what? You know what's happening, Washington?
I'm gonna shut it down. Then here come August, you hit me talking about training. So when that happens, I ignore all texts and emails. I don't respond to anything.
Right.
We're shut down. Once I say we're going to shut it down in August, I mean that. So I wish some of the parents I'm at would invest.
But you know what it is, Washington? You know what it is? Some of these parents are trainers.
No, not where I'm at. They not training.
I know. I'm saying you seen some of these things out here. Let's be real. Stop trying to be a trainer. Okay, you're not.
Wow.
And you're messing your kid up, and you're putting him behind. And then when he get on the line and try to line up with these kids that's had real training, he's gonna be exposed. And then all of a sudden, the coaching staff's trash. Oh, they don't like my kid. No, your kid just not developed the right way.
Okay.
Stop trying to coach these kids. Stop trying to train the kids.
Coach.
If you don't know what you're doing, leave it alone.
Coach.
And I'm not saying bring it to me.
No, I got a question for you.
I can see a lot.
No, but I got a question for you. What makes a trainer trash? What makes him qualified trash? Since you asked me.
Well, I tell you what makes him qualified trash? Well, you see absolutely terrible technique that won't translate to any level. That's what I call trash.
Right.
You're not teaching your kid anything. Like you, just because you saw it on YouTube doesn't mean you're qualified to coach it.
Qualified, certified trash.
Right. You just don't know what you're doing. That'd be like me watching a freaking a YouTube video on how to repair a freaking, I don't know, a jet. And then I decide, you know what? I'm going to go repair this jet. No. I've not invested any time, any training, any education on learning how to repair jets. So why would I think just because I saw a YouTube video?
Okay. Okay.
I just need them just to work on some basic footwork.
Some of them don't know that, Washington.
They need to go to the footwork factory.
Need to go to the footwork factory.
But you know what? Then I saw something a coach was saying is you can't compete against home culture.
Yep, there you go.
Compete against home culture. What their parents instilling in them, it's okay, it's all right. It don't mean nothing to high school. You can't compete against years of that. You cannot compete against that. And from my thing is Sage, I think I'm competing with home culture, which I'm not going to be able to compete. So I just have to just look at it like, let me find the best kids who wanted to play, and these other kids, they might get in the game.
Right.
And I get it, man. You in one of those programs that and coach, you're doing a good job. You made a good run last year, as a matter of fact, football, and you saw some improvements in your kids and your kid, even your kid, but he different. So you truly,
but guess what?
You truly coach the kids that you get, bro. Like you can't
have no choice.
come from nowhere, out of space. Like, where did these kids come from?
But here's what. But guess what Coach Washington did? He sent him to Justin for speed training. He brought him in for strength training. He sent him somewhere else for quarterback training. He didn't try to do it all. That's not his wheelhouse, so why would you do it? And like Coach Knotts just said, if your idea of a great training session is making a kid tired, trash. Anybody can make shit. I can make it. You can go. You ain't got to be a trainer to make a kid tired,
bro. We calling y'all out today, bro.
This is what the fuck it is, bro. Like I get so sick of people thinking like, listen, you can't do what I do. I've been doing this my whole fucking life.
Okay. So check it. All right. So here at On the Line Sports Media today, WEA, right?
Right.
WEA, ITS,
Right.
right? All right. So what we're committed to doing right now is, let's say this, on our sites, on your platform, and on this platform right here, we're going to compile a list of guys that we know
Absolutely.
that are credible trainers out there, that so these parents won't continue to invest their money and time into all these other trainers. Let's at least put our credible list of trainers that we stamp
Right.
as legitimate
Absolutely.
trainers to take your kids to.
But here's the thing,
so
too.
check. So make sure you check on our website. Or I mean, not our website, but on our platform. And ITS, WEA already got a platform. You get to the footwork factory. If he can't teach you, he gonna bring some coaches in.
That's my whole point.
That's gonna teach you how to do what you need to do.
That's my whole point. If you're confident in what you're doing, which I'm very confident in my skill set, I do not mind recommending your kid go somewhere else. If that's more convenient with you, more convenient for you, more affordable for you, whatever. If it just fits your timetable better, I'm going to say go to, Brandon Mays, go to this guy, go to this guy. I'm not egotistical. I want your kid to get better.
I think that's fair.
It doesn't necessarily mean I have to train the kid.
I think that's fair, coach.
But a lot of these guys are going to say, I'll put it to you like this. If some kid comes to me and say, hey, and I can train speed. I have no problem with that. But I just want strictly speed training. I'm going to send them to Impact Speed. If you want weight training, okay. But, it just makes no sense for me to try to do something that I don't do on a daily basis.
Right.
Speed training is part of my training, but my wheelhouse is strength training.
Right.
Right. Or I'm going to send them this guy. I'm not, because here's my reason why. I'm more invested in that kid's future than I am my pocket.
Right.
Right. So I'm not going to take advantage of, some parent that don't know any better. And I can tell them I can do anything and they're going to believe me because I have the name. But I'm more invested in that kid's future than making a few dollars and then ruin the kid's career.
So you heard it right there from Coach Philando, right? He says if you come over there and you come over there for speed, to get faster, right? If you pull up on him for speed, he's gonna train you for free because.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that?
I was saying that for free. I don't even know how to spell
it.
How you spell free?
Wait a minute, Coach. You said you was invested in the kid.
I'm also invested in my mortgage.
Wait a minute. You said you wasn't invested in your pockets. So if they come over there for speed training, and you strengthen condition, you can say, hey, you can get this session for free.
Listen, I'm gonna show you how.
But you got
how fast you can run to a speed.
But when you leave here,
I'm gonna show you how fast you can leave my gym and go straight to the speed.
All right, so he didn't say that. So he didn't say that, but I understand.
What I'm trying to say
I had
is,
to throw that in there.
If you come to me, your kid. Now, my strength training program goes across the board. Any sport, any grass sport. But if you're bringing your kid to me to be a better soccer player, I'm not your guy.
Right.
I'm going to recommend him out. So I'm not going to take this kid's future into my hands just so I can make a few dollars. Right. But if you want him to get stronger, bigger, faster, which is a combination of all the things combined in the strength training, I got you. But if it's just for strictly you trying to get your kid to be a track, I'm not a track coach.
Right.
So I'm going to leave that alone and I'm going to send them to jet. I'm going to send them to jet training. I'm going to send them to wherever I know people I trust that produce champions, right? That produce great athletes. So if you don't know, bottom line is, if you don't know what you're doing, that's okay. Move out the way.
DB coach, where we sending them?
I'll probably Acres or my guy over at
Acres, Chachi, and Acres, Chachi, and freaking Brandon May.
Brandon May, my guy over at
who else?
A guy named Grindhard.
Grindhard.
There's a list of guys, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, guys.
List of guys that I know, that I trust, that I've seen.
Who we got, coach? Let's put them out here. We got Grindhard. Grindhard.
Yeah.
Grindhard.
Hey, listen, you got guys that come back from
Acres
all over the country. Acres.
Acres.
Yeah.
Coach Acres, Coach Chachi, and Coach Brandon May. If you got a DB, these guys, we
got linebacker. I'm gonna send you to Antico.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna
Stone.
Antico. And Tico, the only thing I can say about you, you need a Groupon or some type of coupon because some.
Hit your pockets.
Hey, listen.
Stone too.
Hey, Tico, you're a dog out there.
Let me tell you, Trip Stone, linebacker coaches.
Yeah. Trip Stone, linebacker coach, Philando. Shit. If it comes down to it, Clark can coach them linebackers too. But we're gonna need a Groupon over there in Tico, like I said. A Groupon.
You got to go to linebacker university. Yeah, and like Coach Yale's Coach Knox said, he got the 0 receipts to show you I won't do it for free.
Yeah. So,
but his daughter's a tennis player, but she just wanted more core strength, more. So that's what I'm saying. But she didn't ask me to make her a better tennis player, how to hit the ball. I don't know how to do.
Who you got, Coach? Who you got? Let's go to wide receivers.
Coach Green.
Coach. Hey.
Oh, dog.
Jesus. He's a dog.
Dog.
He's a dog. Coach
Green.
Green is a dog. Who else you got, Coach? Anybody? Any position, no matter.
You got man, listen.
Lineman coach.
You got trench guards over there. You got
Trent who? What's his name?
18 ways, all that, man. It's a lot.
69
96 ways, something like that. I'm not sure it was
A.T. Tillman.
A.T. Coach
and
Tillman.
Huff.
You know, if anything, they're gonna have a line.
Come see him.
Right.
Come see him. He's a dog. Who you got?
The bottom line is,
who you got, Coach?
We're gonna send you where you need to go.
Well, let's talk about
you ain't got nobody.
Quarterbacks. Where would you go?
Quarterbacks.
I'm not really. You got Olsen. You got a couple guys in the city.
You got a lot of decent quarterback coaches around here.
I'm not really familiar with the quarterback coaches, to be honest. Y'all help me out with that so I can make sure I send my guys.
Yeah,
Boone.
Boone's is top.
Boone is the top guy. Is he in Charlotte?
I think he's out in Weddington.
He's down there in Weddington. Then you got Olsen.
They practice at Weddington's park.
It don't matter. You got to go. If you got to travel to get your kid, up to speed, get him ready. Take him to Weddington. Shit. If that's where
the bottom line is, even for receivers, go out there because they need people to throw the ball to. Mm-hmm. And you're going to get the ball spinning from some top level quarterbacks, pro quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks. So, there's an advantage if you just want to go catch some quality footballs. Like, there you go, Knox. Oh yeah, there you go.
You said Philando don't do free.
Hey, free.
He got Zelle receipts, bro.
He got the Zelles, baby.
Hey, listen, but yeah, man, I just want to throw it out there, man. We committed to getting you guys the necessary resources that you need, man. Just reach out to these guys, man. Myself, Coach Booker. If I don't know, I'm gonna call Coach Clark. Hey, Clark, tell me about that trainer. You got Coach Wash. Coach Wash is on it. I'm telling you. Coach Wash is on it, man. The camps and all that, man. He done had these college camps, man. I don't know what's up with that cricket Wi-Fi right now in school.
Cricket, man. Leave cricket alone.
He ain't balling right now. He ain't balling right now with his Wi-Fi.
He got some more camps.
His Wi-Fi is what?
Trash. Hey, listen. But on a serious note, man, if you're a trainer, if you do a specific skill set that you train, hey man, drop your information on our line.
Yeah, drop it. Hey, in the chat, on the line,
on the chat or on the line, just
online at gmail.com.
On the post, whatever, man. We're about the community as a whole, man.
Yeah,
we want to see you guys shine.
We want to see these kids get as fully developed as possible as athletes, of course, as young men. If you got mentor groups,
absolutely.
Hey, listen, mentor groups, mental health specialists, tutors and academic tutors. If you're trying to raise your business, get your business started, and you committed to these kids, we are about the entire child. Bro.
Absolutely,
we want the entire child. We want the whole athlete, man, because they are in the current climate right now for getting recruited.
Ooh.
Dude, you really have to have a image that's out of this world, man.
Absolutely.
Like for real, you got to be hitting on all cylinders. So, man, if you guys got a business out there, man,
get your kids some media training.
Yeah, get them some media training, public speaking, how to speak, how to interview, things of that nature. We'll come out and interview you.
Absolutely, man.
We'll come out and interview you. On the Line Sports Media will come out and give you some practice with the mics.
Right.
But we're committed to you, man. So yeah. Um, once again, congratulations to Donald. What's his name? Is it
Little John.
Donald Little John.
Donald Little John. Coach Little John.
Why they got? Hey, Little John. That's my guy, man. He coached my son over at Mallet Creek. So Little John has a winning pedigree.
Absolutely.
I think
man.
Little John has some really good knowledge.
Absolutely.
His leadership is crazy. And you want to talk about developing young men from a mental standpoint? Donald Little John is that guy. He's not just football, bro. He's really about putting your kids in the best position to be a winner, to be
absolutely,
good young man. So he's a great guy around here. He's very popular, but we talked about
his pedigree.
His pedigree is crazy.
Yeah, his dad was my coach.
Yeah, his pedigree is crazy because he come from the stock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So shout out to Donald Little John and getting that big job over at Butler. They need that. They need that. Butler, had a little tough year.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Everybody rebuilds.
Everybody goes through it.
Absolutely.
Everybody goes through it, rebuild. So
all I know is we have 45 guys in the gym today.
Didn't Little John, he came from Butler, right? Somebody said welcome home 2
years ago.
No, he was at Butler a few years ago as a quarterback coach.
As a quarterback coach?
Yeah, he was a quarterback coach, pass coordinator.
Quarterback coach?
Yeah.
Little John said, I'm the head coach now, baby. I'm the big dog.
Hey, he got stamped by Hells today, so he's legit.
So congratulations. I know you're going to bring in a new staff, man. I recommend you keep Philando Clark on as a strength and conditioning. Hey, Clark, if he decides to get rid of your ass, come on over to JMA. But we got a little weight room.
Good,
our weight room might not be big enough for your shoulders. Like you might not fit into our weight room.
We'll make it happen though.
Yeah, but shout out to Little John, man. And we had a topic here where are these guys hiring for popularity or are they hiring for your ability to we already addressed that. Producer. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Producer, check.
Yeah. Shout out to the producer. Hey, Philando. He came in and let me know.
Make sure we doing our job.
You need to address the chat, dog. You talking too much.
And Lil John be the coach to get all the Men Hill kids come to one school, because it's gonna be a tough battle.
Hey, listen,
independence
and struggling over there on
can he be that? Can he be? I know they're a little struggling. Can he be that coach to be like, you know what? They all coming here.
All I know is we have 45 kids in our weight training section this week. So,
hey, Coach Watt,
the winter game strong.
Hey, Coach Watt.
Yes.
The transfer portal
is open.
Is wide open in high school football now. So
it only could be one. It's only going to be one. We can't.
You got some Little John followers. I guarantee you that.
Now. Come on now. Come on, church.
Nah, ain't no chill now,
Ain't no chill now.
No chill now.
Yeah, chill what? Chill what? Chill. You,
what's up about?
Is we got 2 schools and we gonna feed them both.
Listen.
Hey, man, the word on the street, boy, it's thin over there on Patriot Drive.
But I'm gonna tell you what I don't like. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, we do all this joking about the transfer portal and this and that. And Coach, you made some good points about the transfer portal last week. Right, about these kids transferring. Matter of fact, let's revisit that. I'm gonna let you go.
Like I said before, man, I think it's just what people, unforeseen the consequences of things like that. When the going gets tough, I'm gonna go here. That's just gonna translate to your adult life, and we all know, man. Like I was actually talking to one of my parents that I train her kid. We were talking about that, and she brought up something very interesting. Like when you keep job switching, you're affecting your retirement programs. Retirement plan. So, if someone looks at your resume and they see you had 5 jobs in the last 8 years, they probably not going to hire you.
Yeah.
And then guess what? As soon as you get hired, now that whole process starts over, right? And what if that job you finally get doesn't have a 401k plan?
Like, what's up?
Yeah, like here we go. Like, what are we doing? You just keep. He said lies and rumors. Anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I just think that it's just such a precipice for how you're going to conduct business in the future. Like we're starting in high school. These kids are jumping from team to team to team to team, and then we all see what happens in college. no college program can put same team on the field 2 years in a row, right? That's just impossible now. Like your key guys are getting fleeced. Some people are offering money. Just like look at Seattle's. They just won a Super Bowl. Now other people are coming after their staff. Like they just get fleeced. Once you win, you're gonna get fleeced. So it's just to me, it's like a trickle down effect. And when you get into adulthood, you're gonna start job to job to job to job, and it's gonna be hard to secure a future like that, man. So I just think people need people. You know what you've always said, Coach Booker, is that people just don't want to compete.
That's it.
That's the bottom line. People, God,
well, Philando, ain't no point of
That's
staying
bold in
somewhere
your
now. You know the recruiting process don't change. You do not.
bold in your mouth.
You need to get it going by sophomore, junior year.
Oh, goddamn flex.
Hold up. Say that again, Coach.
Say it again, Coach.
Say that again, Coach. Start over with that. I'm sorry.
There's no point now waiting to wait to something like you got a guy a year ahead of you. You need to move on somewhere else. The recruiting has changed. I can't wait to my senior year like we did before COVID, and I still get that shot. You can't be waiting behind guys like that anymore. It's just not that type of recruitment. You got to move on and go get on that field.
I'm going to challenge you on something like that. So we see everybody's running over the Huff, right? Everybody ain't going to start. Now what? What are you going to do now?
He too close.
Answer you posed the question. Answer the question.
You can't. You froze.
Man, get off that cricket.
Hey, Coach, I think you can't get but on a certain level as far as your intensity in the conversation. You got to
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to kind of lower your. You got to be calm.
Man, we got whispering to the.
I think you got a high blood pressure, Mike.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like you can't wait. You got a mic. Yeah. This internet is shaking, but I'm saying you can't wait no more. You can't wait.
Watch. Did you hear what I said?
Go yeah.
But what if you go to a team? Let's use Huff because that's the catalyst right now, and you don't start. Now what? Yeah, he got to get.
Yeah, man.
His mic is anemic or something, bro.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah.
Every time you have a conversation, you got a hot mic over there.
No, I think every time
my point is,
I think every time you say Huff, it's putting that pressure. It's putting that pressure on his Wi-Fi.
My point is
playing around, boy.
My point is if okay, you go run somewhere because you're not happy in this situation, not happy in that situation. Then you go somewhere and then you get behind, Division I talent, and you don't get on the field. Now what?
100%.
Now what?
No, 100%. I think it boils down to competing, and I think a lot of these kids now have caught on the wave that you don't have to compete. I can just go over here. But sometimes, and especially in high school, when you go over here, your ass got to compete. Now you over here,
right? In
this talent pool, your ass got to compete.
Got to compete,
right? And versus college football, these guys are going to you still got to compete somewhat, but a lot of these guys from the transfer portal, once they transfer over to these different universities, a lot of them, they end up doing pretty good as far as getting on the field and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's just I think guys are running from competition. And in college football, these guys are running to where the money is. Some of them, a lot of them, are running to money. They're running to money. I mean, the NIL and all that stuff has kind of ruined the love of the game for college football. But we're talking about high school football. Like,
we're talking about practice.
Like you got to compete, bro. Like, you got to compete. Like, you got to compete with your bros, man. Like, the depth chart is definitely there, right? You gotta look at that depth chart, man. I remember growing up, man. I looked at that depth chart, and if I was a 2, oh son, it's on and popping.
Right.
It's on and popping from there, bro. Like, you gotta compete, man. You have to want to compete. All this jumping around from school to school, from school to school. And I totally agree with you. You can't jump around all your life, man. Like, you can't jump from job to job.
You gotta settle sometime.
Right. Somebody might give you $70,000, but you like, shit, man. I need 72, man. I'm out of here. I'm going to Wells Fargo. You might be at Bank of America. No, I'm going to Wells, man. They paying $2,000 more. Yeah, but they got 30-minute breaks. They got 30-minute lunch. Your ass can't.
Right.
They got 30-minute lunch.
You can't walk
The
and talk.
benefit package
You
might not
you
be
don't
as good. The
you don't get
benefit
to
package
you
might not
don't get
be
your
as
own cubicle. They got two people. It's a 2-man cubicle instead of a 1-man
Yeah,
cubicle.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And your team got a bunch of guys on it instead of all the girls that was at Bank of America.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Knacka.
it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
So you know what I'm saying, Coach? Coach, it's about competing, man. Come on now.
Yeah. I'm not doubting some kids
Can't keep
don't
running
want
though.
to compete, but I think
Hey,
some
hold
kids
on,
are
watch.
just
Hold
trying to
on,
get an
watch.
opportunity to
Watch,
play.
watch. Talk slow. Talk slow.
I think some kids are trying to get an opportunity to play.
But
You
what if
can't
you
wait
get there
around
and
as
you don't
much.
play? Watch my whole point.
Huh?
What if you get there and you don't play? Now what?
You made a bad decision.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be bad when you weren't going to play at the other school either.
But
So,
I'm saying if you left, we know that people aren't transferring to a state championship if they weren't a guy on the team they
yeah,
was at. But what I'm saying is, if you go to, let's just use Butler. If you go from Butler and you were a starter at Butler, and then you get to anywhere, whoever, and you don't get on the field and it's your senior year, now what?
well, you one of them players you really wasn't that good, Fernando. We talking about with the kids. We talking about the ones who gonna go get there.
Everybody's transferring to this team. Now the competition starts.
No, but I understand what Coach Wash is
Now I get
saying.
what you're saying, but I'm
And
saying let's be devil's advocate. What if you get there and you don't get the position?
right. That then hey, shame on you. Shame on you for making, because there's a lot of bad decisions being made as far as, kids transferring to different places, man. There's a lot of bad advice being given to these
Right.
kids about transferring. So ultimately it's up to, the support team that they're a part of, that whoever this is in their support system. It's it's shame on them. But I understand Washington as well when he says you got to get on the field and play. So you got me third on the depth chart here, but at Chambers, but I'm going. I got to go to RGKL, man. I'm gonna be a 1 over
Right.
there. I'm gonna be a 1, and because it's about getting film. At the end of the day, you gotta have film in order to get
But the
recruited. Like
crazy
right
thing is,
now,
like we all know, if that film ain't in by the junior year, it's pretty much a wrap anyway, right?
shit. If it ain't in by your sophomore year, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be hard just to get that film for senior year. They already know by the time you're a junior, right? Ain't that right, Wash? Because they telling kids now,
Yeah.
if you ain't starting by sophomore year of varsity,
Yeah, it's gonna be tough on you. But so I understand that. Watch, we're talking about this. At the end of the day, we're talking about, to me, this mass exodus that's happening right now in high school football because coaches moving, coaches leaving to go play somewhere. And I know some guys go to play for coaches, certain leaders
right?
and stuff like that. I'm just talking about this mass exodus where everything was going great. State championships, you're winning. Winning it is not the issue. You guys got offers from, you got kids that's in there getting offers. So the program is proven that if you ball, you're gonna get the call.
You're gonna get the call.
If you ball, you're gonna get the call, right? But these kids just decide they want to uproot themselves and go play for another high school. I think it's crap. And the high schools that you go play for are the ones that been beating your ass. So now you gonna go play for them.
Right. Can't
That
beat them, Jordan.
I don't think that's about.
But would those high schools continue winning if they didn't have them kids coming in? Are they stocked up enough with 2s and 3s in development that they can keep it going without bringing them kids in? That's the question people need to look at.
Yeah, I mean, like I think Huff.
They sustain these wins without these kids transferring.
Since we're talking about Huff,
let me ask you: are they recruiting the kids, or the kids are coming on their own?
We can't tap into that because we don't know that unless we're part of it. But let's talk about Huff. Huff. I think, my opinion, based on what I see, I think Huff is going to win with or without some of these recruits that was coming in.
Exactly.
I think they're going to win anyway. I think West Charlotte was going to continue to win regardless of what players that they get. I think the programs have come up. Huff been winning. They just for the first
One of the
time
big ones.
finally won the state. They just couldn't win. But that's a winning program. You can't
Right.
say anything bad.
Absolutely.
Well, you can't say nothing bad about Huff.
Right.
Okay. Huff is a winning program, period. Right?
And West Charlotte had a crazy JV.
West Charlotte was
the JV was coming up crazy.
But I'm saying West Charlotte was on life support for a while.
Yeah, about 4 years ago.
Until Griner got in there, to be honest, and started giving it a heartbeat.
A little oxygen.
Right? Little oxygen, little heartbeat. Right? I don't like the idea of all of these kids, regardless of whether Griner's leaving or not, uproot yourself and go to these other programs. That's the only thing I have a problem with. Now, West Charlotte program's been fine with Griner there. I get it. So now he got the program up and running. Just stay. Just stay and continue. If Griner leaves, and who's the head coach? Oh, McFadden. So and McFadden takes over.
He's turned into
and he keeps all these athletes that was already there at West Charlotte. Guess what McFadden's gonna do? Win.
Right.
He's still gonna win. Do you think so?
Right. Of course.
McFadden's gonna still win.
I think his kids have I'm gonna dance with the girl that brought me to the prom. I brought to the prom, scenario. So when Griner left, they left. A lot of these kids are listen. No one go and plays for the university, right? They go play for the coach.
Right.
So it's the same with high school. They go play for that coach.
Hey,
They're not playing for the school.
Hey man, the hell with playing for praising. I tell my son, just go play for the love of the game, man. Get your film, get your tape. I ain't playing for no. I understand you get a connection, because at the end of the day, I understand you get a connection with a coach. Ain't no damn more connections with no coaches, bro. Because the coaches are leaving too.
No, they get their bag too.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay, the coach recruited you to come in. Of course, he recruited you to come in because he thinks you're gonna do what? Help them win. So he recruits you. You never really get connected with a coach like that. Now I remember, unless you're a Griner who at Harding brought a kid into his home, right? A kid who wasn't in the best environment, right? And he brought him into his home. Quarterback, I remember a few years ago when Harding, and he brought him in. That's different.
Yep.
That's different. But I'm talking about this mass exodus from a program that was winning. If Griner leaves and McFadden comes in, which Griner left, McFadden comes in, McFadden's would have won with them same kids. Right now, I question. I'm not saying McFadden's gonna lose. I'm not even suggesting that. But I'm telling you, he had a better chance at continuing the winning tradition that West Charlotte has created with those kids. Now all those kids are leaving. Hell, it's in question now. It's in question. And guess what? It's going to put more pressure on McFadden, who's a great up-and-coming high school football coach, right? With a winning pedigree, right? He changed the independence program somewhat, right? So as soon as he lose a big game, as soon as he lose a game that the naysayers and the people around him feel like he should have won, they're going to be on his ass.
Yep.
It ain't on it, man. He came over and took over a program, and then all of a sudden these kids leave. Get out of here with that shit, man. Yeah. I'm later for that. Yeah. Later for that, bro.
We can continue to talk about that till the sun comes.
Later for that, man. I just think I don't think it's right. CMS, I don't know what's going on at CMS. I don't know if there is any more rules and policies in order to stop this from happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If it's not, if this is just the new thing, so be it. Let it go down. Let it go down like it's going down.
Right.
If CMS, if it's no longer you got to be geographically located in certain areas, certain zones, or whatever. I give two shits if that's no longer the rules. However, if it is the rules, what the hell is going on?
They're not being enforced. That's true.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't care one way or another, man. To be honest, I want to see good, honest high school football. But at this point, on the outside looking in,
there you go. We'll never know.
We'll never know. What's really going on? I'm gonna tell you one thing about me. My son played at Mallard Creek High School, and after his sophomore year, he decided that he wanted to go into a more competitive environment, which was Chambers.
And you moved.
I lived in Mallet Creek. I lived in Mallet Creek District, and I sold my house to move into the district that he was zoned to. That's what I'm saying. Is that still what's supposed to happen here or no? If it's not, then I want these kids to go put themselves in the best position to win. If they need to,
I don't think everybody's moving.
But right now, just seeing a mass exodus from one school and then these kids moving to this school, like that don't look like a kid just in a bad situation and he just needs to go somewhere else where he can start and play.
Right.
Hell, I don't get that shit.
It is what it is, bro.
Like it is what it is.
What we gonna do? You know,
what we do?
Or complain. I think most people gonna
complain. Hey, Wash, are you there?
He glitched, bro. I told him he gotta get.
Is he glitched again?
I'm glitching over here, man.
You unglitched right now,
I'm
guys.
I'm gonna send you a link to my Wi-Fi, bro, because that's what you got going on over there. It's not right.
Get your T-Mobile box.
Hey man, it just started. I don't know what's going on. It's messing me up. We having good conversations, and I can't stay in it.
Yeah, get you a hotspot, man.
Get you a hotspot.
Hey, check on your people. Hey, check on your people, man. Walk with Wash. Check on your people. Hey, the Walk with Wash is Watch there. Check on your people.
I love Walk with Wash.
Hey, check on your peoples, man. Even if you don't get along with them, you follow them. I understand. Call them up.
Real talk, bro. That's real talk.
Watch there. Check on your people, though. You never know, and that is real talk, man.
Nah, for real.
Hey, stop all the beef. You know what I'm saying? Stop all the craziness, man. There's a lot of violence going on.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Nonsense.
People, getting sick and things of that nature, man. They just need to be loved on, man. This shit need to be a bit more about love, man. Absolutely. Loving on each other, man. Forget your egos and all that. Let the people.
Now there's a lot of evil out there, bro.
It's a lot of.
Man, you know,
the world is cruel, bro.
I'm at that point in my life. If I think about somebody, I call them or text.
Yeah, just call them, man.
Because we're at that age, boy. We ain't got no. I'll holler at the next week, right?
Might be gone.
You could be gone. They could be gone. So it's like if they cross your mind for a reason.
Yeah, man.
What's a good man to check up? Hey, man, I was thinking about you. I do it all the time. Hey, boy, you was on my mind, man. You good? Everything good?
Check on your folks.
That's it. It don't take. And you know what that can do for a person that think ain't nobody thinking about them? You don't know what state of mind they're in. People are going through a whole lot. And you hear them hearing from you that you said, man, I was thinking about you. I just wanted to check up on you. That could save somebody from a lot.
Yeah, man.
Right?
From a mental standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just, it don't take nothing. It don't take much, man. Just be good, bro.
They might be smiling. You know what I'm saying?
On the outside.
They might have good energy. You seem like they have good energy, but you just never know. It's just like this kid from
the Cardinals.
From the Cardinals, and he went to the Vikings.
Yep.
Player. He said
Mondale or something like that.
Poole. What was his name?
I never talked. Did one that just committed suicide or something?
Yeah, he just committed suicide, man. 25-year-old kid.
25-year-old in the NFL.
Last name Moore, I think. Yeah.
Rondell Moore.
Yeah, man. He said they did the story on him. He wrote a note. They found a note where he thanked about 3 or 4 people, which of course included his mom, and it was a couple teams. I think he went to one team, and then they cut him or whatever. He got on free agency. Minnesota gave him a chance. He thanked the coach, and then they gave him a contract enough where he could go and buy his mom a home. So he bought his mom a home, and after that, it was over with.
Yeah, never know, man.
Yeah, you just never know what these guys are going through, man. You gotta check on them,
man.
Yeah,
check on your people, bro. Like you said, Watch. Check on your folks, man. You never know, man.
Yeah, man, and that's pretty much it, man. Check on your folks. Hey, Watch, man. I'm so sorry, man, that your Wi-Fi is 100%.
Hey, if y'all listening, we're gonna start a GoFundMe for Washington's Wi-Fi. So if y'all feeling generous, check on your people. Fun right GoFundMe.
Your Wi-Fi need to transfer portal, though.
Oh man, I gotta get it. It's going tomorrow, though.
You're not winning. You're not winning with that.
It might be in the portal. It might be gone. I don't know what's going on. but we're gonna get
Yeah,
it handled in the morning.
Hey,
B watch up in the bonus room with about 85 of his friends on the
Hey,
chat
that's
line
what it
right now.
probably is, man. They got them games going up
You
there,
know,
man.
boy, they have my
Ain't no
son,
telling
boy.
what's going on upstairs
They
with
got
them.
10 people on it.
oh, my
Sucking up
kids,
all
Yeah,
the
they
juice
crazy.
in the
they be
refrigerator.
like, man, we glitching up, man. Man, I ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah,
that. You got
yeah.
five. You got 5 people over here. All of them on the
That's what
Wi-Fi.
it is. B Watch
Dudes
got
could be
everybody
up there they could be up there crypto mining up there, knowing them guys.
right.
Ain't no telling.
Facts. Check on your kids.
Yeah, man. But
Check on
hey,
your kids.
Watch. I gave all the. I gave a shout out to. Oh yeah, we gonna talk because I'm missing some bread. But anyway,
Oh,
we
yes,
gave.
sir. I gotta get you
Yeah,
that cash app.
we
Send me that
gave a
cash
shout
app.
out to all the champions from middle school basketball, which Kennedy had a good season.
One game, lost
But
one game.
to who?
It don't take but one.
My
They
boy
lost
Junior.
one to Ransom in the chip.
To my boy Junior.
Yeah, that was
Don't
they
take
had a great.
one.
Both teams had a phenomenal
It's
season.
crazy. You can't even say Ranch. You didn't say Junior.
Junior and them.
Junior and them.
Junior and them.
Junior. They came out and they met Kennedy.
And Junior and them.
Did a great job getting to the championship. Coach did a phenomenal job. The only thing he did wrong was last minute he pulled out of my interview at the last minute. That's the only thing he did wrong this season. Because I had him booked for an interview and he pulled out. That's the only thing he did wrong, Coach.
Great basketball.
It might have cursed you.
Coaching,
but anyway,
good
he
coaching.
did a great job. Kenny did a great job. But Junior from Ransom,
Junior and them.
right now, my athlete of the year. If I had to give out an
Ransom's
award.
got to be the program of the year.
And then I have to give Meekins.
They got to be the program of the
Coach
year.
Meekins got to be coach of the year.
We got
What
a
he
football
got going on.
championship and the basketball championship.
I mean, come on, bro. Football and basketball, boys football, boys
They're the
basketball.
only school to get it in football and basketball, so that's a
man.
good thing going.
You got
Ridge Girls did phenomenal against Bailey,
and his girls made it to the
program
to the Elite Eight, Sweet
Program of the
16.
year. Program of the year, bro. That's all I can say.
Ridge Girls,
Ransom,
shout out to them.
is up. Ransom is up for real, man.
Meekins is a hot hire right now.
We gave Meek and Meek coaching everything. Is he coaching baseball?
I don't know. He might. Hey, shout out to Ridge Road. They up because both their boys and girls made the Final Four. Ridge Road, both their girls and boys made the Final Four.
Oh yeah, I gave Ridge Road, Coach Hughes, her shout out to winning first time in the tournament. I mean, first time in the final, she won it. Coach Hughes from Ridge Road, her girls. So yeah, I definitely gave her love.
Just got a text.
Word on the street is I talked to my AD. They say they are doing the baseball championship. That's going to happen.
They said Coach Meekins is the AD, the bus driver, the cafeteria lady, the head custodian, the basketball coach, and the football coach.
The counselor,
the
BMT,
vice president,
the behavior modification technician, the BMT,
everything.
And he makes sure them buses get in and out of the parking lot.
Come on.
And he still making the practice on time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Mickey.
We're covering baseball good this year. They said they're going to have that championship, so we're going to cover it.
Man. Hey, you can't take it away, baby. It's in the books.
Hey, man, but listen, man, this is one for the books, man. We appreciate y'all coming on, man. Y'all boys, man, always showing love to the On the Line Sports Media, man. Knox, we appreciate you engaging with us, man. And hey, man, we're gonna do it again next week, man.
Yeah, we got some interesting topics next week. I think we're gonna skate away from sports for a week and talk about some of these current events, like about these kids out here that don't know how to behave in a public setting.
Oh my God. We might bring some relationship experts. We might soften it up a little bit and start talking about some relationship. Hey, listen, go watch the Fugazi. That's my program, man. On the
Blue Pill Red.
What is it? No Fugazi?
No Fugazi.
Oh my God, you gotta go in there and listen to that, man.
You gonna have some girls. He's misogynist.
Hey, watch. You ever watch the Fugazi?
I never watched that. I'm gonna check that out.
Man,
listen, man. Go on YouTube, man, and watch No Fugazi. No Fugazi. No Fugazi, bro.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna go check that out.
Because I got mixed emotions about that dude. I think we'll talk about it next week.
Dude off the chain, bro.
Hey, they missing the. Hey, know what they happened? They missing the hand.
He cherry picked
the belt and the switch.
That's exactly what they missing.
Away the hand, the belt, and the switch.
Come on,
And they
now.
had
Hey,
a control.
they taking BTA as a joke. BTA, you know how they like to say it as a joke, but BTA is real. Actually, in my world, when I was growing up, BTA is real.
They missing Big Mama in
But
there.
these kids taking BTA lightly.
They missing Big Mama in
Yeah.
there.
Lightly.
Yeah.
And that's why they
Let's
acting
see
the
if we
fool
can
got
end
no
this.
consequences when you get home.
Well, you better be home for them street lights.
Hey, we're gonna end right here. But Knox said he seen a guy at his school transfer and end up under the bench.
He said,
Hey,
under the bench.
that could happen.
Didn't even see the field.
That's my whole point, Washington. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that next
And
time.
we're gonna be out, man. Thanks again, man. Hey, thank you. God bless. Good night.
Hey, Wash, I'm gonna send you that Cash App for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.